The mantra that's been on my mind recently is to run your own race. And I'm going to speak a little bit about what that means to me and how that fuels me in my life. So I'm training for this year's marathon, and there's still that voice that says, you can't do this, you can't do 26.2. And I refuse to let that determine my outcome. I am bigger than that. And I have proved it to myself over and over that I am stronger than I think I am. And this is just another example of doing something that holds a little fear over me, but I do not let it consume me. I keep it pushing. And saying, run your own race has really helped me because it puts things into perspective. It allows me to say, okay, well, if I just train just like I did for the half marathon, which 3 months before I had a whole plan, X amount of miles on X days, and I ran that marathon, half marathon so smoothly, and I'm going to do the same thing for the full marathon. It's about having a plan and being consistent. The other aspect of it is letting things go. Now, what do you mean by that? There are so many things that are out of our control. And I know for myself, I try to figure everything out at once. And the reality is that most of the time you can't do that. So the serenity prayer, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Showing up, doing what you can, running your own race, and letting the rest go. Through prayer and meditation, you put your faith in a power greater than yourself that somehow, some way, you're going to get through this obstacle. This is just another season in your life. And what is your mantra? For me, it's to run my own race. Thoughts are going to happen, and I'm going to tie this into substance use and alcoholism. And sometimes you're going to get the thought to use, you're going to get the thought to drink, but you have a choice today. You don't have to do that. And if you think about all the progress that you've made thus far, the reality is that you really don't want to. There's something deeper there, and I just encourage you to tap in and ask, what am I missing? Is it connection with people? Is it a purpose? Is there something bigger that you need to work on? Asking these questions gets you closer to the truth. You're making progress. The old you is gone and the new version of yourself is here. It's okay to feel discouraged at times, but you cannot stay there. And I say that because I have gone through this myself many times where I have felt stuck. But today, I do not let that happen. I keep it pushing no matter what because I know myself. I've learned from 20 plus years of old behaviors that what I need to do differently this time is everything, and I've never ran a marathon. So that brings it back to one of my reasons again. Why am I running a marathon? Because I want to do something different, something that scares me, something that may not seem possible at some point in my life, but I'm going to do it to get past that mental barrier. What does running your own race look like for you?